What do they eat in the Netherlands? A small country in Europe with nearly 18 million people. The country is almost as big as the state of Maryland, with a population of 6 million. Perhaps a small country, but one with special flavors, like a salty raw fish with onions. When we think of the Netherlands, we immediately think of cheese. Logical, because this is the country where many cheeses are made. Cheeses that go all over the world. So to our minds, we think that everyone definitely eats cheese at least once every day. But that is not true. Of course, a cheese sandwich is nice for lunch, but Holland has even more. Although even there are really very typical meals and snacks among them. First, let's start with the fact that Dutch people eat early. Most people eat around 6 o'clock. As soon as they get home from work, food arrives on the table. Until the 1970s, most Dutch people were potato eaters. Dinner consisted of potatoes, vegetables, and meat. And in winter this was put together. In fact, the Dutch love mashing. The Dutch call this a stampot. Think of a stampot with endive or kale. Hutspot is also made a lot. Hutspot consists of carrots, potatoes, and onion. A stampot is eaten with gravy and preferably a sausage from the Hema, a Dutch department store. Because it can be very cold in the Netherlands, many winter dishes are eaten. Not only stews but also pea soup is very popular. This should be so thick that the spoon will stay upright in it. Around the 70s, foreign dishes also started to appear more on the table in Dutch households. Slowly people started eating pasta and rice. Still, for many Dutch people the Dutch pot remains a favorite. The Dutch also have some peculiar snacks. For example, we all know the Dutch stroopwafel, a cookie with syrup inside. The two layers of cake go together with the syrup in a grill where they are joined together by the syrup into a sweet treat. This is a snack that most of us enjoy. By putting it down on your coffee cup you heat the syrup and it becomes a treat all the way through. But the Dutch also love licorice. A black candy made of licorice combined with sugar, honey, or salt. And if you go to the Dutch supermarket you will see that there is a huge choice of licorice. This is a candy that you as a non-Dutchman often can't appreciate very well. It really does have a specific taste. Just like the other snack. The haring. A fish that is very salty and much appreciated by the Dutch. It is a snack you get from a stall on the street and often eat right there. And preferably whole and from the tail. You grab the tail and hold the herring in the air. Then you bite from the bottom of the fish until you reach the tail. You can combine the herring with onions and pickles. Very few people outside the Netherlands like the herring. Also, many Dutch people cannot appreciate this fish. Fortunately, there is also a snack that many people actually like, the bitterballen. A crispy ball from the fryer with a ragu on the inside. These are eaten with mustard. If you are in the Netherlands, Kwekeboom's bitterballen are recommended as the most delicious. Besides meals, the Dutch have a few special habits. For example, many people give you a cookie with your coffee. They do this especially when there are visitors or with coffee in the evening after dinner. Fortunately, they don't do this with every cup of coffee because the Dutch drink a lot of coffee. It starts when they get out of bed and doesn't end until after dinner. The Dutch are fond of sweets, and we see that reflected in their traditions. For example, when a baby is born you get rusk with mice. The little colored grains are called mice. The mice have an anise flavor. The mice symbolize fertility. With a boy you get blue mice, with a girl pink. The Dutch also go for sweetness on national holidays. On the day they celebrate the birthday of their king, most people eat a Tompoes. A Tompoes consists of a bottom of puff pastry. On top of that comes a layer of pudding, and on top of that another cookie made of puff pastry with a sweet layer of icing. Another thing often eaten outside on holidays are poffertjes. These are small pancakes served with powdered sugar and butter. Do you really want to try a Dutch snack? The frikandel special is really a snack you have to taste. The frikandel is really a snack appreciated by many. Nowadays you also see it in other forms. For example, for students and scholars, the frikandel sandwich is very popular, cheap and available in the supermarket. As you have seen, the Dutch are especially famous for their snacks. If you are in the Netherlands, do a tour of the market or in the city, and you will be able to find most of these snacks.